Hey everybody! Today we're going to be learning two skills. We're going to be doing gradient on the nails, and then after that's done, because that's a real quick show, we're going to do some lettering. And today's lettering, we're going to do cross-stitch lettering. Okay, so if you want to stick around and find out how to get this look, this just says ream, which is not the intended word. The thumbs has a D on it, if you can see that there. So the word we're writing today is dream. But of course you can pick any word you want. And yeah, stick around if you want to see how to get this look. Hey everybody! We're going to be doing a two-part manicure today, starting with a gradient. Now all you're going to do is take your sponge. It could be a makeup applicator sponge or one like this from the craft store. You're going to dip it into your paint and you're going to just dab it onto your nail in a very non-conformed fashion. So you just decide how high up your nail you want to go, and you just dab just like that. See? I already have the other ones completed, so I did the first color there for you. Actually, this is the second color because your first color is your base. I started out with OPI from the Brazil collection, Don't Bossa Nova Me Around. And then the second color that I used was Rimmel Salon Pro in Soul Session. Okay? So for a gradient, you want to get some colors that are kind of close together. And then the third one we're going to do is another Rimmel Salon Pro in Reggae Splash. So as you can see, I'm going to liven it a little bit up with this one. So I'm going to go ahead and get this one open here. We're going to get a third color on a nail that's already dried a bit. That's why I'm not doing it on my thumb. Okay, so now you're going to go here, and you're not going to go quite as far up as you did with the first one. Okay, so just dab, 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 dab. And then you don't want it to be super uniform. So it's okay if it's jagged. Alright, and you will be able to see a little bit better when I give you a close-up here in a second. So it's okay to do like 3 or 4, especially if the one that's going to be on the tip, you want it to get nice and opaque on the tip of your nail. So I'm going to do just the tip here, not as far up on the last go around. Oh, looks like a little hair got on my nail. I'm going to have to fix that. Okay, I'm going to give you a close-up now. Okay, so here's what it looks like after the gradient is complete. Now as you can see on my ring finger, I have not top coated yet, so you want to make sure you top coat your gradients before you do it in the next step because it makes it nice and smooth. Okay, so see the difference there? Gradients always need a nice top coat to make them look like a smooth, clean gradient. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to move on to the next step now. Alright, so if you were just here for the gradient, then this is bonus. We're going to do a little bit of cross-stitch lettering. As you can see, I've got my D on here. We're going to write the word dream. I've got my R, my M over here. So we're going to do the 2 middle letters. Okay, so you want to get, I would suggest acrylic paint for small detailing work. So get your fine brush. See how small that is? You just cut your brush down till it's really small. And then thin out your paint a little bit. I mixed a couple colors that I thought would go nicely with this gradient that I made. And then you just plot out where you're going to put your letters. So then you just go ahead and start. And based on how small your nail bed is, you're going to probably want to keep this pretty tight. So keep them really small X's. And I'm sorry if it's too far away to see very well, but I'll zoom in here in a minute. Basically, you're just drawing X's on your nails. If you've never cross-stitched before, basically you're just drawing X's that almost touch at the tip, at each X's tip. And if you have cross-stitched before, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But, so yeah, we're just basically gonna draw some letters on here. So I'm drawing this upside down, but this is the top of my E here. And you can find alphabet patterns online really easy, and they'll show you how to do each letter. And then you can just write out your word. So you can plan it. You definitely want to plan it so that you'll know spatially how much room to give yourself. Okay. So see, real simple. You just want to keep it really tight. And then you want to kind of pretend that there's a grid on your nail so that you don't, so that you're kind of drawing your X's straight, as if you were actually cross-stitching on a pattern. So there's the E. Okay, we're gonna move on to the A. Okay, so same as last time, I'm just gonna eyeball where I want the center of my nail to start, or the center of my letter. Excuse me, what I'm trying to say is I want you to center it on your nail. Alright, so here's the top of my A. So it goes 3 down. You want a real small brush because you just have to keep these strokes really small and tight. Little strokes. Alright. Really small. Okay. Here's the side of my A. Bottom side. And then we're rounding out the bottom of the Before I got obsessed with nail art, I was an avid cross stitcher. I still do it, I just don't as much right now. But once in a while I'll pull it out. It's really, that's another really soothing activity for me, like painting is. Okay, so can you see the A on there? I'm gonna show you close up here, okay? So we've got all 5 done. And I'm gonna top coat it, and then I'm gonna show you close up, okay? Okay, so here's the finished look after the second top coat. So since we're doing 2 top coats, your gradient is gonna look nice and smooth. I'm sorry if I'm moving out of focus there. But can you see each of those letters? I could have used a black if I wanted it to show up a little bit better, but I wanted the design to look kind of dainty like cross stitch does. So, see, we've got all the letters there, and then see if I can get into focus. The D for dream. All right, and if you always wanted to just do the gradient on your non-dominant, or excuse me, on your dominant hand, you could always just do that and leave the lettering on your non-dominant hand if you're worried about being able to make the small lettering on your other hand. So, ooh, there we go. There's the focus. Alright, so that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this design. Let me know if you give it a try. And let me know in the comments below what you want to see next. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!